Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn a new rule in phonics, that is milk trunk rule. What is a milk trunk rule? Let us learn about it. We all know that the letter C, K and CK has the same sound. But when we have to write C, K or CK, let us learn about this rule in detail. Before we start with the rule, let us revise our C and K rule. We have already learned before that whenever we hear k sound at the start of the word and if it is followed by a, o or u, we write c. For example, car, cone, cup. And whenever we hear k sound at the start of the word and if it is followed by I, E or Y, we write k. Example, key, kite, kettle. But what if we hear the k sound at the end of the rule? So for that, let us start learning about this new rule. Now, whenever we hear k sound at the end of a syllable word after a short vowel, we write ck at the end. For example, bl, ah, k, black. Now here, a makes the short vowel sound and so we have written ck at the end. Another example, m or k, mock. Now here o makes a short vowel sound and so we have written ck at the end. In the same way, sh or k, shock. Here also o makes a short vowel sound and so we write ck at the end. And these are the examples like d, a, k, duck. Then tr, a, k, truck. Since the letter U makes a short vowel sound here, we write ck. So it is very easy. We have to explain to the kids that whenever we hear k sound at the end of a syllable word after a short vowel, we write ck at the end. These are the examples of the words where we use ck at the end of a word. Now let us learn about the k sound, k sound. Now we have to keep two things in our mind. The first is we have to write k after a long vowel sound in a one syllable word. Example, ch, e, k, cheek. Now here e makes a long vowel sound and so we have written k at the end of the word. Next example is w, e, k, week. Now here also e and a makes a long vowel sound, that is e, and that is why we have written k at the end of the word. There are many other examples like break, week, creek, leak, where it's a one syllable word and it has a long vowel sound. We have written k. These are the examples. Now, when do we use k? So first was whenever k, we use k after a long vowel sound in a one syllable word. These were the examples. And the second thing that we have to keep in our mind is we have to write k after a consonant sounds. For example, b, ank, bank. Now here there is a consonant sound and so we have written k. Milk. L is a consonant word, consonants, it makes a consonant sound and so we are writing k. There are many other examples like prank, stank, bank, tank, milk, bask, ring, sing. So you can give the examples to this, you can tell the students to read and in this way they will understand. Now the last is C. We have studied when to use CK, when to use K, and the last is C. So how I teach my students is that whenever you hear a sk sound at the end, and if the word has two vowels in it. For example, picnic. Now, in this word, there are two vowels, I and I. So, we use C at the end of the word. Let us take the another example, fabric. Now, here in this word also, we have two vowels and we hear k sound at the end of the word, and so we write C. So, whenever there are two vowels and if you hear the C sound and the k sound at the end of the word, we use C. These are all the examples like fabric, comic, traffic, picnic, panic. You can give these examples to the kids and teach them. I hope you have followed when to use C, K, and CK. Thank you for watching.